This is my second guide to Dick Laymon. Now, I decided to select at least 5 other favourites of mine here. Well, which one shall I begin with? I'll begin with Flash. Oh, excuse me. No one in town has ever seen anything like it before. A slimy, mobile tube of glistening yellow flesh with dull, staring eyes and an obscene, probing mouth. But the real horror is not what it looks like, or even what it does to you when it invades your flesh, but what it makes you do to others. Yeah, I used to say this was quite unique, where some kind of wormy thing just like eats its way into some person's spine and like puppeteers them, becomes their host and just sends them off doing some really gross shit, as you probably would expect in any of Richard Laymon's books. But yeah, as I've said in my last video on him, he does go for the throat. He pulls no punches, this guy. And what shall I go for next? Oh yeah, it's the stake. Now, this is one of his vampire novels. It's not like any other vampire novel. In a way, like first read of it, I was slightly disappointed, but though when I started reading more of his, I got more into them. But anyway, I'll read the back of it for you. In an abandoned hotel in a Californian ghost town, horror writer Larry Dunbar and his friends make a chilling discovery. By chance, they stumble upon a coffin hidden underneath the stairs. Within lies the corpse of a naked female with a stake through its heart. Though the find gives Larry the creeps, he finds himself wondering about the dead woman. Was she the innocent victim of a gruesome murder, or was she a vampire? There's only one way for Larry to solve the mystery. He must pull out the stake. Yeah, well, yeah, after the second read of this, I realised it wasn't really just your average vampire novel. I just saw it as your typical Dick Laymon novel. Just the characters and dialogue and the plot itself. It was, it has that kind of melodramatic feel to it. This is the first one that Stephen King got to critique. Yeah, and he says, if you missed Laymon, you've missed a treat. And yeah, Laymon has been considered as the Stephen King without a conscience. Which one next? Resurrection Dreams. Now, this is something like that. Probably, I think, obviously, Dick took some inspiration from Mary Shelley, no doubt about it, but I'll read this out to you. Melvin was definitely the biggest creep in Ellsworth High, and the other kids mercilessly taunted him for his odd looks and weird behaviour. Vicky was the only one to stand up for him, but even she had to admit he'd gone too far when he dug up a body and attempted to bring it back to life with the aid of a car battery. Years later, Vicky still has nightmares about Melvin's joke, and now that she's back in Ellsworth, she knows she'll have to see him again. Recently released from a mental institution, Melvin is acting stranger than ever. His experiments with the dead have progressed, and as soon as he can get Vicky, or rather her body, where he wants her, he can realise his most chilling dream of all. Yeah, I have to say Melvin was quite a character though. Yeah, despicable villain, but quite amusing. Yeah, but yeah, definitely a right sick bastard. Next up, Blood Games. They meet up for 1 week every year. Helen, Cora, Vivian, Finley and Abilene, 5 former co-eds in search of thrills and adventure, just like they enjoyed together at college. This time it's Helen's choice. Helen, the fat girl with a taste for horror, the brainy one with a fear of being caught alone in the shower by an unknown assailant with a sharp knife and a thirst for blood. For this year's reunion, Helen has picked the Totem Pole Lodge, a deserted hotel in the backwoods with a sinister past. She's looking forward to the moment when she'll tell the others the gory details, but that's before night falls and the girls find the lodge is not as deserted as they thought, and before Helen goes into the shower alone. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Definitely one of my favourites there. Again, characters, plot, dialogue, atmosphere. I like the way it switches stories, like for say from during the